Thanks, Patrick. Really appreciate the opportunity to be here. But as we get going, as the slide says, I really shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be in Rotary. I want to tell you a little bit about how we got here, or I got here, and talk about how the onboarding process is an important piece to our Rotary pathway. So I attended a Rotary mixer hosted by local clubs in my community. They invited people to learn about Rotary and each of the individual clubs. I was invited and visited each of those clubs. And the club that was most attractive to me was the largest and oldest club. At the time, as the owner of a very young business, I saw this club as an opportunity to connect with more people in order to grow my business, along with serving my community. So I visited the club twice and submitted my application. And then I went for the third week and was nearly ushered out the door before a member I knew said that it was okay and I could be his guest. The reason that they were going to usher me out the door is because I already had my 2 visits and hadn't been approved for membership yet. And so I wasn't allowed to attend another meeting without being a member. So that's reason number 1 why I shouldn't be in Rotary. So I didn't go back the following week due to my experience the week prior. However, I did inquire about my application status. I was told my application had been received and it would be reviewed by the membership committee, which met quarterly. And they had met 3 weeks prior and would not meet again until the following quarter. And so that would have been about 10 weeks after submitting my application, which it was about 10 weeks after submitting my application. And that is reason number 2 why I shouldn't be in Rotary today. Once I was finally approved, I attended a few meetings and determined I was going to sit at every table in order to meet new people and to grow my network. It was going well until I got to one of those tables. I'm sure most of you know what I mean by quote unquote those tables. Many of you may have 1 or 2 of those tables. And so as I walked up to the one empty chair at that table, these gentlemen were having quite a lively conversation. However, when I sat down, the conversation came to almost a screeching halt. One of them was nice enough to ask me who I was and what I did, so I proceeded to give them each a business card. And the last guy I handed my card to took a glance and said, "We don't do that here," and literally flung my card back at me. I was quite stunned, and there wasn't much else said at the table the rest of the meeting. And that's reason number 3 that I shouldn't be in Rotary. So I'm not really sure if it's my stubbornness or ignorance that got me to stay, but it wasn't a great way to start the relationship. And I think there's a lot of things we need to consider on making sure people have this great initial experience. So are there rules in your club that are a barrier to membership? And consider how many members have our clubs lost due to outdated practices. And is your club really a friendly group? As we all like to say, are clubs friendly? Or is it truly a group of friends? Because there's an important difference there.